Let's talk about it. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, set in 1927, Chicago. And this cast is amazing with you all, Mr. Colman Domingo, Michael Potts, and Glynn Turman. Also, Viola Davis was amazing, and of course, Chadwick Boseman was amazing as well. The film, to me, is a little less about music and more about Ma Rainey understanding that her music and her talent was her leverage to power, if you will. Especially if we're talking about a time in 1927 in Chicago during the Black Renaissance time frame and things of that nature. And it reminded me much of how the NBA players of today use their talents to stop the game and say, hold up, we're not moving forward unless we get the things that we want. In the same way that Ma Rainey did, she said, I'm not making a step, I'm not singing another song until y'all do right by me. What lessons have we learned over this time period that's passed? Because that took place in 1927, and here we are still making the same type of demands in 2020. And I'll start that one with Michael.
No. We were just talking about that in the last interview. It's the thing that makes August Wilson so universal and relevant. Still, that takes place in 1927, and we're still fighting for that same self-possession to control our power, our music, and to use it to gain equanimity is what we're trying to do in the world, and what Ma Rainey is certainly trying to do in the world of 1920, 1927. So it's still very, very relevant. And it was her story of this one powerful woman trying to demand respect for not just her music, but her person as well in this particular world, and how tough that really was, but how she demanded it and wouldn't make a move until she got it.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
That sounds like the protest today, doesn't it? Yeah,
absolutely does. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I want to take it to you, Glynn, because we've watched you for years. I'm in Chicago, so I have to take it all the way back, of course, to one of your very early films, Cooley High. And to see that film in such an early part of your career, and your latest film with Ma Rainey being set in Chicago, I want to ask you specifically, what does Chicago mean to you and your career, but also what does Chicago mean to Black culture in terms of the music that's provided, in terms of everything that we know today, and how we have grown over generations?
Well, I've got a love affair, a long, long love affair with Chicago, starting with Cooley High, but I've also got family in Chicago. My father's lived in Chicago. My brother lives in Chicago to this day. And so I had great ties to Chicago. Chicago has always been a central hub for the Black experience in terms of those days when everybody was migrating from the South to the North. Chicago was the hub. So it has always played a major part in bringing people with dreams to a place they felt their dreams could be fulfilled. You see. Yes, so Chicago has been that place, continues to be that place for us as a people, and is a measuring stick for our advancements or lack thereof.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And last question, of course, Mr. Colman, I don't want to leave you out. We can wrap with this question. You've worked with Chadwick Boseman on 42, and obviously on what looks like will be his last film that we will be able to see him in Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. What experiences can we take away? What have you seen from Chadwick Boseman that made him so special? Just that whole connection, and that you've watched him grow over the years.
I first met Chadwick when we did a reading at New York Stage and Film a long time ago. And I think he just moved from DC, where he was in school or something. And I remember our early conversations were always more about music. I think about like drumming, guitar, you name it. And then by the time I saw him on the set of 42, again, I feel like he was playing with a harmonica or something. So I've always looked at him as being a musician. And I feel like we never really talked about acting or anything like that. I know that he was he loved music. And I think he loved talking about ideas and education and Black folks and culture. So I look at him as really, I really value the time that I've been able to spend with him on this earth. I think we all do. He was a great human being. He was sensitive. He's a fellow Sagittarius. And I think that he was always, he always had a look in his eye that had a look of like, it was wise, yet a little mischief. He always wanted to get into it and have a little fun with you. So I think I always want people to know, especially a film like this, that really pushes his legacy forth. I know for sure that this was something he feels truly proud of and grateful that this is his final film. He was a great man and a great collaborator.
Sorry to interrupt.
Sure. No problem. Thank you all for your time. Ma Rainey's Black Bottom is amazing. I appreciate you all. We want everybody to go see it on Netflix. Salute to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.